How's it going, guys? Welcome back. Today's more than special than your typical lesson. Today we get to go over my tournament win and the strategy and thought processes. So there's my club tournament there. And I took 2 draws and then I won the last game, and that's was all due to strategy. So basically, if when you enter a tournament, your club tournament, the very first round, it's okay to take a draw. You can't win it in your first game, but you can definitely lose it. So by just getting that point up, you're jogging for position. So in this case, it's a 3-round tournament. If I draw against the 2 strongest player and then try to win the last game, I have good chances of winning or placing top 3 for sure. But for the most part, take a draw unless you're in a must-win situation. So the first game was against the strongest player in the field. I had the white pieces. I haven't done the game analysis yet, so I'll do that in separate videos, more detail. And so you're seeing the review for the first time like I am. Okay, so as you know, get a Grunfeld set up. Okay, you should know C4 by now. I know he plays this line, this semi-slab. Last time I pushed with the C5. This time I decided to mix it up and willing to gambit a pawn just for activity. Okay, and he doesn't take, so it's okay for us to take here. And now we get a open C file and a Sicilian-like game. Develop the last minor piece. I could go queen C2, but that file is open. We know Black wants that rook on the C file. So here I prep up E4 with the rook. And anytime your opponent strikes on the wing, you can counter strike back in the center, do it. And hence E4. We expected that. Again, don't just panic. Think this through. We have a counterattack with D5. There it is there. And he takes a conservative route, so we maintain our center presence. We gotta ask what it was my cuts were trying to opponent trying to do here. He wants to reposition his bishop to B5 or even C4, which is just a great position for him. So let's just shut it down right now. So don't play an autopilot. This game is far from over. Let's limit their counterplay and then get our initiative started. And that's what I expected. Okay, this is a move. You'll see a lot of Catalan lines. There's not many good squares. My queen can go to. E2 is an option, but then the pawn's hanging. So consider queen D3. That is a setup in these Grunfeld / Catalan. I think it's kind of a waste of tempo, but that's fine. Trying to put more pressure on there. Okay, that's attacks the bishop, opens up my Catalan bishop, and he retreats. So that's 2 tempi wasted by my opponent, and hopefully it adds up somewhere. It has to. Go ahead and take that. We retain the bishop here now. So the plan from here is just to open up the game on that queen side. And here we route the bishop to strike the center for trade. Again, don't just instant take, right? Double up on the rooks. Okay, and the material is even, but I feel like white has the initiative here because of the back rank tactics, and 2 minor pieces are looses or not defended, and finds a resource there. All right, we maintain our threat. I don't care about that pawn. If he wants to go right ahead. There's a check, CCT. Trying to put pressure on that knight. Again, I'm just playing autopilot. Okay, this is a deflection technique. But my opponent's a fall forward. And just trade off here. We do have a pawn promotion threat if we can centralize our king there. Alright, we're closer to pawn promotion than black is, so I would say white has a slight advantage here if it goes to the end game. And again, just trade off. We got opposite colored bishops now. And alright, still tactics there. We got a pin on the king there, so tactics always alluring, guys. Hard to say which was more accurate. Maybe taking on the pawn was more aggressive because we can lead a pawn promotion, but solidifying our position is fine here too. And here we agree to a draw. Okay, so that was the first game. You know, when you play against your opponent who's over 200 points above you, just play solid. Don't do anything out of the ordinary. As much as I would want the win, I got a minute left with 5-second increment, so I just took the draw. Okay, second game. This person's new. I don't know who this is, so this is our very first game. Okay, I got the black pieces, so Sicilian. All right, we'll play our con. Delay Alpin. This club likes to play Alpin lines. So I'm prepared for that. So straight back with d5 right away, and I don't remember what to do here. There's no theory here. I'm just playing off my instincts now. d5 has to be good. Oh, sure, d4. Okay, so we got kind of an overextended pawn. Black lets me reroute my knight. That's awesome. You know, one step closer to castling. And then, as you know, in the e6 Sicilians by now, in our basic lessons, we know we have to fight for the e5 square. So we got the two knights there. Even the queen go to c7, and our opponent doesn't have enough defenders, so we take that, and then take that knight off as well. We both have he gives up the bishop pair. Okay. Let's see if that is a weakness or not. All right, this defends the g7 pawn. I don't really want to play g6. This prevents me from castling. That is a good move. Trying to deflect the queen. Okay, he's striking our c6 pawn, so offer the trade. Well, we're up a pawn, but king's far from over. Okay. Retain our bishop pair. And here, just drop a pawn. So give it back. And black is fine here. It's drawish. Okay, defend that pawn. We know he wants to double up. We get the fork, so we're actually winning now. But I'm low on time. I mean, he's 22. I'm at 2 minutes. He's got 20 minutes on the clock on me. So let's just defend first, get rid of all our weaknesses, and limit their counterplay. So we double up on the rooks. You know, you play against these isolated pawns, particularly the D pawn. You want to blockade it like I did with the rook, and then pile the pressure with your pieces. And that's what I did here, but the king defends it all. I'm just in the time screen. I only got 35 seconds left here, so I opens up my bishop. You know, getting these pawns closer for pawn promotion, and I can't think much with 23 seconds left. I'm sure it was 93 I could put the game away, so we agreed to a draw. He offered it, so alright. So now we just go to the final game. It's a must-win situation. And very likely we win this, we win it all. And Sicilian, Smith Mora. Okay, so don't sleep on this. Smith Mora is super popular. Even though white is a pawn down, He's got a lead development. He's got counterplay in the D file and C file now. And black can go wrong here because we're far behind from development or even close to castling. And we still got to guard the queen side. So I like to play a6. Just stops the bishop from parking on b5. And I'm not sure what he's trying to do here. So let's just get our e6, a6 set up. You know, I play the con. And I think this is a bad square for the bishop. You're going to see this a lot in the intermediate levels between 12 and 1500. Bishop to c4. And now there's some form because guys just play the Italian game, which doesn't work if we played e6, not e5. But there's no other good spot for that bishop to go to. It just gets in the way. I know bishop on e2 just looks pitiful. So we're a wing attack player. Okay. Again, this game's far from over. Black's got sacking opportunities there on the queen side. So trying to draw the knight away as it guards the e4 pawn, and he actually sacks this. Okay, so we're gonna defend against the e file. We probably need to take here, but we're playing for a must-win situation here. And I give much credit to my opponent there for playing very aggressive. Like, I want to say this move was shocking, but if you play an e6 Sicilian or even like the Schiavone, where you got 8 pawns on e6 and d6, you'll see these nice sacks. So let's just take and defend now. And the plan is to hide my king on f8. But first thing is you can't let this pawn get any further. You know, if you let your opponent get a minor piece of pawn in d6, you're definitely don't know what you're doing. So let's do that. Blockade that pawn, and we're just gonna defend. And here, I mean, knight d7 looks good, but you know, my bishop's overloaded as well too. So I just decided I just get out of the extra, the rook and bishop with that. Again, my pawn's hanging. It's a good move. Frees up a square for my knight, another square for my bishop that has more scope. Okay, so don't panic. Be very patient. We can develop the other knight now, and you know, I mean, that's 2 tempting my opponent wasted, so it's got to be good for me. So now we finally develop the other knight, and the plan is that knight replaces that knight. Okay, and it's a fancy way of winning this pawn back. Okay. And there it is there. And I'm not gonna say I like this. It's not easy for black to play. So black has to untangle out of this. Okay, so double attack. Right, knight hits the bishop, and we're offering a queen trade. Queen trade is great for us, and that's why we take it there. Did I think about that? 10 seconds, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's gotta look good for us. And another minor piece off the board. Okay, double off the pawns. And we're up 2 minor pieces. Okay, black's gonna pile pressure on that e7 knight. It's no secret. So we identify that plan. So let's take that counterplay out of there. Yeah. And now he wants rooks on the 7th. So you guys know about your basic chess fundamentals. When you're in these defending positions, you're looking at your opponent's tactics and counterplay. Keep that in mind. It's totally different if we had the initiative and we're the one attacking. It's always harder. It takes more time to defend. So when you're in these defensive position, despite being 2 minor pieces, you know, checkmate wins the game, not the material gains.
So just look at your opponent's tactics and counterplay. He obviously wants rooks on the 7th here. So counterattack that rook. Okay, centralize the knights to a better square. Notice my rook is just glued to the a5 pawn, and that's okay. Because white is wasting a lot of time trying to stir up something here. So we move this knight here to e7 because the other knight hits more important squares like c7. So that prevents the doubling on the 7th there. And there's our escape square now. And we're untangled now. And black is fine. Black is great. And we got the initiative now. And my opponent resigns and I take first place. So guys, when you play your club tournament, be more apt to take a draw. And then when you're in a must-win situation, play for the win. And be patient. If you have to defend, use your tactical abilities from your opponent's perspective, and then shut down or limit the counterplay. Thanks, guys.